folks, it's the Creepy Kentuckian here with you from deadpit.com. Today we are taking a look at a movie that I'm not sure if we've ever reviewed it on the Dead Pit radio show or on the websites until now. This is an all-time classic from the early 90s, 1990. It's an Adrian Lyne film, same guy that did Fatal Attraction and Indecent Proposal a little bit later on. But this one is the one that he's most famous for. Imprint Films recently came out. This is imprint number 207. Jacob's Ladder from 1990, starring Tim Robbins. This was really before he became the household name that the Shawshank Redemption would make him. And this one's different, guys. I mean, for the time period that this came out, this is a very unique movie. Early 90s was a weird time for cinema, especially dark cinema like this. I don't know if you would necessarily call this a straight up horror movie, but there's definitely some terrifying shit in it, some gory stuff in it. And it's a movie that I think everybody should see once. Now, this is a film that's not for everybody, but I'm excited to talk about it. We're going to get into it today and all of the special features on this amazing imprint edition. We're going to talk about that today on the review. In Jacob's Ladder, Tim Robbins plays Jacob Singer, who is a Vietnam War veteran. The very beginning of the movie, you get a sense that, he had a terrifying experience in Vietnam. And now Jacob's trying to pick up the pieces. He is working in the city with his girlfriend, Jessie, played by Elizabeth Pena. Jacob more and more is experiencing these hallucinations that are all around his days in the Vietnam War. Jacob does get deathly ill, and the images and the hallucinations get worse and worse. He doesn't really know which existence is real. In one existence, he has a family with kids. In another existence, he's kind of alone by himself. He has no one. And he has Jessie in another existence. And you're like, what the hell is going on? I mean, this is a movie that will have you spinning your wheels the entire time trying to figure out what in the hell is this going on. We learn that there's even more of a traumatic experience that happened to Jacob. As the movie goes on, Jacob starts to believe possibly the government gave them some hallucinogenic drugs in Vietnam that is leading to this chaos that he's experiencing. And this movie is just nuts. This movie is everywhere and nowhere is the best way to describe this thing. But man, let me tell you, this is one of those movies that really puts nightmare to life in this film. Some of the stuff that you see, some of the imagery in this movie is insane. It is absolutely nuts. I think this is a film that it's not a straight up horror movie, like I was saying earlier, but it's a movie that I think people are going to really dig if they haven't seen it. Tim Robbins does a fantastic job in this. There is kind of a twist ending. For anybody that's not familiar with the Bible or exactly what Jacob's Ladder is, you will be shocked at the ending. But if you kind of know, then you kind of know. That's all I want to say. But anyway, I mean, Jacob's Ladder is one of those films that the people that know about it and talk about it quite often. And it's one of those movies that you can rewatch over and over again. There's so much in it. The writer of this is one of the real stars, Bruce Joel Rubin, who in the same year won an Academy Awards for the movie Ghost, which he wrote as well. And this is one, man, he did as far as the script and everything and how he kind of had everything spinning in your head so much. It's insane. But this is a movie, though, guys, I highly recommend everyone check this out. Jacob's Ladder is a total mindfuck throughout the entire movie. It's insane. It's not easy to follow, and for 1990, I could not imagine seeing this in the theater and getting the crowd's reaction. This is just nuts, because this was 33 years ago this movie came out, and it's way, way ahead of its time, man. I mean, very similar to, like, you know, a movie like The Sixth Sense that had that crazy twist towards the end. You know, this could have been that movie, but it was one of those deals where it just come out in a weird time, and it's become kind of a cult movie. And thankfully, the fine folks over at Imprint Films released a sweet edition of this. This thing is loaded up with special features. Transfer on this is 1080p high definition. There's a couple of different audio commentaries on here. There's one with the director Adrian Lynn, the other audio commentary by film historian and host of the Projection Booth podcast, Mike White. Building Jacob's Ladder featurettes. You have some new stuff on here, a couple of new film essays, some interviews. There's a new interview with the screenwriter. Film essays about the spirituality in Jacob's Ladder. There's film essay about Something's Wrong in My Head, the Vietnam War trauma, and Jacob's Ladder. This thing is loaded up with special features, guys. It's a really sweet edition as well. Has the slip case. And I love that artwork that they did there too. Imprint Films always does a fantastic job. And it's one disc, and check this out. Check this out. Look how cool. Look how cool that is. One other thing to mention about Imprint Films is, yes, this is over in Australia, but these are Region 0 releases, so this will play in any Blu-ray player. So if you're waiting on a definitive version of this movie to come out for US players, well, this is it. Check it out. It is out now, and check us out. We're over at deadpit.com. Give us the thumbs up.
Up your butt.
Like, subscribe. And if you subscribe, here's something else you can do. Once you subscribe, you can click the bell notification, right? And it'll notify you anytime that Dead Pit puts up new shit.
Or don't. I really don't give a if you do.
I want you to. I want you to.
I don't care.
Let's keep our community growing here on YouTube.
I don't like it. I don't want you to do nothing.
Listen, they need to do that now.
No, don't you dare touch it.
Thumbs up. Subscribe. And click that bell.
Hey everyone, it's Oak Early Jaws. We got some great shirts for you. We got Faces of Death Part 2. We got Creepy Stories to Tell in Kentucky. The Colonel Would Approve. We also got Deadpit.com. We got Deadpit Radio with the little fucking Deadpit dude on there. We got It Never Ends, a Halloween spoof parody of the new movie. We got It at Night. We got the Rat Pack, Uncle Rat himself. It just gets better and better, so go on and get you some shirts over at Team Public. It just gets better and better, boss.
Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. Deadpitonpatreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old Dead Pit radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows and fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. Dead Pit on Patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1.